of America Stadium as a couple teams square off in a game that is often filled with hijinks and fun. The Duke's Mayo Bowl. Weeks of additional practice and prep for bowl games not only can set the tone for what we're going to see in this game, but for what might be in store next season as well. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Wake Forest Demon Deacons, taking on a team from the SEC, the Mississippi State Bulldogs. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Kickoff team is out there ready to get this bowl game underway. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the Mississippi State Bulldogs offense will take the field first. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box. They can take it outside. They can both catch the football as well. So, no doubt, the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
Slithers into space. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
How many ways can I get it to my running back who's a baller in space? This is a really good job. Just toss it to him, right? I want to throw it to him. Yeah, I want to run up the middle, but I want to get it to him as many ways as I can. Toss it to him, get him on the edge, do a good job sealing the edge. He'll do the rest. Just give him the ball in space, good things will happen.
They're going to ride this running back. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up, you can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Finds a man on the left. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains and they're set up at the 41.
Man, these in-breaking routes are so hard from these slot guys because you're so worried about them flying up the field vertically. Nice job sitting down, breaking in, finding a little hole, making a catch.
Mississippi State has this drive hitting on all cylinders. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. That's caught. It's Mosley. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. In their vision of that play, someone would run free after making an easy catch. There was nowhere to run and nowhere to go except down.
Probably looked really good when they drew that one up on the board this week in practice, but obviously a lot more difficult to go out and execute.
Turning it on! He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Got some room in to the goal line. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Mississippi State.
Well, I know a big question coming into this one was how locked in was this offense going to be early? We've seen offenses throughout the season struggle with rhythm and execution early in games. Not a problem for this offense here. In this game, in this environment, all 11 guys locked in. Great job running, throwing, execution was beautiful, and they're able to cap off the opening drive of the game with a nice run to get on the board for a touchdown.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. They march 79 yards on the drive and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Claiborne. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Wake Forest offense will get the ball for the first time. And David, this offense is built around keeping it on the ground and feeding the beast at running back.
Yeah, and he is a grown ace man. That dude, it starts and ends with him. Jesse, how nice is it to have a running back that you can turn, hand the ball to? He's going to get positive chunks. Defenses fear him. That's a really nice place to start on offense.
And it doesn't matter how many guys they have in the box, right? Every single week, defense is key on stopping this guy, and none of them can do it. He is so dynamic, a true game changer for this offense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. Throws to the tight end. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
Punt is in the air on 4th down. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. He couldn't find much running room there, didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. Dropping back, it's Shapen. He's got an open man. At the 35, he's loose. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Allen. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
This slot receiver is a guy that defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed. And if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. They'll run play action. Grab behind the line. It's Mosley. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We've come to the end of the period, and Mississippi State is on top. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the 2nd. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. From the gun, wants to pass. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal.
Third down and short is exactly what you want on offense because you can run the football, make the defense suck up, but you can also throw it. Nice execution, third and short, now set up in a first and goal situation.
With the run on first and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
The Demon Deacons come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Now on second down. Back to pass. On the run, fires downfield. Complete downfield. What a throw. Not a lot of room. He fits it in beautifully, and they've got it at the 30.
And the QB just makes it look easy. Drop back, surveys the field, makes the correct decision, throws the ball where his receiver can catch it, doesn't put it in harm's way. That's a really good quarterback making it look easy.
Looking downfield on first down. Lets it fly deep downfield. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Wake!
And a really nice job understanding I got to get to that gap where there's a little bit of open space in the middle of the field when I run that post route. QB lays it out for him, and he catches it, gets 2 feet in bounds, in the end zone, touchdown.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it up with the final 30 yards coming courtesy of that touchdown pass. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. He'll do it himself. Breaks into the open. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
Pulls it in. It's Thompson. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. The Bulldogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Offense gets set for second down. On the run, it's Booth. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
This is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
Mississippi State comes out after picking up the first down. Looking downfield, it's Shapen. That's caught, it's Williams. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. And the Bulldogs can really attack on this second and short. Wants to go up top. On target. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
Well, this defense now is just getting gashed, and if you're the defensive coordinator, you might now want to think about being aggressive, changing up your play calls, and maybe breaking your own tendencies, because you have got to stop this offense just marching down the field.
Caught in the backfield, it's Mosley. He'll get down to the 22 before going out of bounds.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
The Bulldogs have a lot of options on second and inches. Rides the back on the option, the give. Got some room, headed to the goal line. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
Well, it took everything on defense to just get that guy down on the 1-yard line. He is a monster, Dave.
And if this offense, Jesse, is going to keep doing that, you better bring in reinforcements on that defensive line. Get some big boys, because they're about to punch this thing in the end zone.
And they just tried to slam it in from the doorstep, but they went nowhere, and it'll be marked down at the 1.
Playing the option, man, consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And on that situation, the 1-yard line, the defense brings so many guys. Palmer gets in the backfield, creates the negative play.
Yeah, I think we're seeing the overall athleticism of this defense. They've got guys flying to the ball.
They'll try to power it in. Fighting his way for every inch, but he still needs a few more. He stops short of the goal line.
Second quarter might not be gamble time, but inside the 3, Palmer, I've got the green light. I'm going for this.
I am too, and you're essentially running a 2-point play here, right? You've got a play you practice all week long. That's the play you dial up right here.
So they are denied a touchdown on this drive, but they'll try to put up a 3 spot before the break. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And with time running out here in the first half, this this offense will choose to take a knee. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Reese, we figured we might get a Duke's Mayo Bowl that would have social media buzzing for a variety of reasons. And through 2 quarters of football, that is the case. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. With that said, let's send it back to Reese and the guys for the second half in the Duke's Mayo Bowl.
Mississippi State has it teed up, ready to go here in the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. The Wake Forest offense returns to the field. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. They'll line up for a second down play. Looking to fire. With the catch, it's Hernandez. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David, and they're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
Caught in the backfield. It's Hernandez. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Mays. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. They'll try to sneak it. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
The offense just continues to matriculate the ball downfield, and they're finding a lot of different ways to generate these first downs. They do it right there on the quarterback sneak.
And the Demon Deacons back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Use the play fake, now to throw. Caught near the sticks, it's Mays. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
I love when you sell the run like that quarterback did right there. Stuck it in the belly of the running back, pulls it out, runs the play action. Great job of confusing the defense a little bit, making them honor the run, and then throwing the ball in the lanes right behind them.
They'll run it from the gun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them, because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
Makes the grab. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
The Demon Deacons come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. 3rd down play from the gun. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
Well, you just sort of felt like this defense had to do something to get this quarterback out of a rhythm, right? He's been picking them apart all drive long, and finally they come up with a sack.
They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. This field goal attempt is going to be an even 50-yarder. They got it. It's blocked.
And how big does that sting? Guys, you had a chance to bring this to a one-possession game. Now, in the second half, it still remains a two-possession game. This is one of those plays we might look back and say, what if?
This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. The give from the gun. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Well, we're not quite in the 4th quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
The give on the option. And they'll move the chains with the 1st down. That might be it for the 3rd quarter. As we head to the quarter break, Mississippi State has the lead. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They go back to work with a 1st down in the final period of this one. Leaves it with the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Off play action. Fires to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's Mosley. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
Takes this handoff and headed to the right. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You can tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
This drive was clicking along, but now it's 2nd and 14. Back to throw, it's Shapen. Gets it out quickly. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football there.
They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Pressure's there, and he lets it go. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
And that's just a bad job by the offense, picking up the blitz on 3rd down. You should be expecting that. And running backs and tight ends and linemen got to know, we've got to give our quarterback an opportunity to make this throw. They couldn't get it done, and now they're facing 4th down.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. Touchdown, Bulldogs. They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession.
This tight end is such a weapon when you get down in this area of the field. Beautiful job on that touchdown catch.
Lining up for the PAT. And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the fourth. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead and they're trying to hold on to it. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. Starts a drive, trying to go up top. On the move and looking deep. And he makes the grab and gets the foot down. What a job for a huge gain there.
And this offense has got to kick it in high gear now. Making a big play, that is great, but we got to go up-tempo. We got to go fast. We're trailing big in this ball game. We got to put a lot of drives together and maybe even get lucky with an onside kick.
They've crossed midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
That's a really nice game. It just would have been really nice to see this from this offense earlier. Now you're getting to the point where there's a couple of thought processes. Do I build momentum for next week? Do I try to get this offense, the ground game clicking, or do I throw the football every play and try to make this football game close?
Out of the backfield, he's open. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw 1st downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Fires complete on the crosser. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. And the Demon Deacons will have it 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Mays. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. The Demon Deacons didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Looking to the end zone. He's got him. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. And after the really good gain on 1st down, they'll try to finish it off on 2nd and goal. Slams ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wake Forest.
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is good, but they're still down 24-14. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. It was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. So you get stuffed on 1st down. You had an idea of what you wanted to do on 2nd, but I'm guessing it's back to the drawing board now.
Yeah, you got to figure out who you are and what you are. What's your next best play? Or what is the defense going to do? If they've been aggressive, okay, well, if they've been aggressive, I'm going to throw that deep ball. If they've been sitting back, I might sneak a draw in here.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
He'll keep it himself. That'll be enough to give Mississippi State a fresh set of downs.
I just love it when my quarterback knows situational football. They run the option. He understands. It's 4th and short. Like, I got to stick my nose in there, get north-south, and try to get that first down. I love when I have a quarterback that can do that.
Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. And they'll take a knee and watch this clock keep on winding its way toward a victory.